doorways and hallways. I think different. I'm more aware. I'm patient. In actuality, they would say more in control than ever before. Mary Jane, marijuana, and being able to think different, to be more aware of the reality that sits behind the questions of life. Think of all the questions of life that have not been answered, and I sit behind it. Regardless of what they are, I choose to say, because then when I say it, you can say I think different. Odd in reality, therefore you're sick. You're not sane. You're not in a sane reality. SAI says, I have. Sane. It's not only in English. English, for me, is the last tie down to everything else. I mean, English, you attach the C together. You put one C on top of another C. Okay? You take one C and you put it on top of another C. And you take a look. Let me write this a little bit better. Where's my colored pencils? Get them one of them colored pencils out there, baby. Give me a colored pencil. There you go. So there you go. We've got two C's. Now it looks like what does that look like? It looks like an A. We made an A from a C and a C. So why don't we just have the C, the pi of each of them, and there we go. From C to shining C, and we get one I. To shining C, we get two I's. We get two I's. There we go. Here we get an I here, and we got an I over here. And we got a little man. You see his mouth over here? Okay. Then you got a little man, his mouth over here. Here's his two eyes. You think he's sitting down? It's a frog. Here's his ass. Here's the frog's eye. Okay. Here's the mouth. Look at the frog's nose over here. From C and C, we get A. So does A exist? But A is the reality of understanding that if we would make an A this way, or a C this way, okay, here's a Greek C, okay, and what else are we going to do for a Greek C? Should we do this to the Greek C? Or do we take the Greek C, okay, and just put an L on it? You have PB, but not from D. Which way are we going to use these angles? The accent is grave. The green avenue. Accent aigu is taste. Where do I come up with all this? I make it up. I make up questions. What is the question I'm going to ask myself? And I said to myself, what does that look like? And I looked at it, and it looked like that. And they got that on the 6th key of the keyboard. But in French, they go accent aigu and accent grave, which means one is going this way and one is going this way. You put them together, you got both of them in one. This way and this way. Down to the left, down to the right. But if you were from upside down, maybe we'll put it the other way. This way and that way. If you put them together, it creates the X. I think different. I think not any different. You found something, you're watching, you say it's different. Sure, that's why you're watching. But it's not really any different. It's just that's what you want. That's what you've been looking for. So you found what you were looking for. Because nothing is different. I am exactly whoever I will be to whoever is, of whom, within the perception of one. No? We all know that. I always say that. That's how come I can say it so good. Based on someone's reality. How did they get to learn the reality they live and what they know? Because they're different? Well, that's kind of weird. Let's see. I'm a big bear, and I went into the bush, and I didn't see any other bears, so I knew I shouldn't be there. Like, all right, where else am I going? The immune system. I wish I knew how to spell it. I got to look. I have a page open over here. Here it is. Herbalist, family physician. One of the problems of taking antibiotics is yeast infection. Lovely. Just what I wanted to hear this afternoon. Immune. Okay. IMM. Okay. Immune system. I am. MAME. 1. The creation of M and M. Now, what does it mean, the creation of M and M? Why did two M's come together? Does it say I am with one U-N-E in French? But the M, his neighbor, is Elle, which means her. He's friends with her. He's friends with her because it is the V within the center that holds on to the pylons of the M to make it 1V1, like in Roman numerals. That would take up one row. The next row is 11. It's 1V1, 4, 5, and 6. And the next row is 11 with the legs that are cut off. Because you see M. M can't be created in one box. You need two boxes. I show you the M. I'm going to show you the M. I'm going to show you two kinds of M's. Here's an M, right? And there's an M, right? Or is this the M? Or is this the number 6 for the Asante Gut and Asante Grave, which they call the W? But it's not a W, it's two lives split. Where does the U come in? U comes in here. U comes in here. U comes in here. And U comes in here. And now you have two big eyes. One, see this in the playing cards? The king and the jack has one of these. Usually it'll look like a mask, but in this, well, let me do a little bit on both sides. So I mean, there's your M. Now, the M is the 13th letter. What's funny about the 13th letters, and I was just doing that today, is I'm not sure where I should start this. The 13 is a total of 2 plus 1, meaning 2 cubes plus 1 cube will leave you 13 faces. So that's 13. 13 faces. What do we need to do with 13 faces? On the Monopoly board, we have 9 in a row plus the 2 corners. Each corner in coordinates, the way I've designed it, okay, so it might work different from others and then tell a different story. There is the corner. Every corner is worth for 2. So the minute you count to 9, then there's 2 to the right, 11, and then there's 9 and 2 to the left, 11. So 9, 11 on all corners would explain to you whatever question you're looking for. I'd have to know it in order to give you the answer right now. Mumbo jumbo. There you go, Mr. Tac Fans. There you go. Off to where there's an immune system somewhere. So we're going to take back saying, can you now go to what it means, munitary? Okay, I don't know what it means. You're going to have to take the N and put it here, and it says birth. One birth. U-N-E is one birth. Immune system. Divided by Y, and don't forget, Y has a V with a 1 on it, showing 2 sides. Okay, with no tail in it. That would be this over here. And this is a 5, 2, 5, 5. 5, 1, 5. Why is this 5, 1, 5? Because the reality is this Y should be going straight up and down, and that arm should only go to the left. This Y is taking up 1, 2, 3 boxes. This S would take up 2 boxes. So anyways, the stem, the immune system, the birth, the stem, okay, of something else. So whatever your immune system is, okay, are we running a perfect immune system? We must check that. Maybe that's where the falter comes in between dividing our realities between the two worlds. Somewhere stuck in the immune system. You perfect that immune system, okay, and we tap into something else. But you can't tap in unless you open up the door. Mary Jane blocks 100% something that allows us, okay, to see what we can see, whatever comes to our minds. But we know that it's not just, oh my God, look at that, there's little baby rabbits. They're not just baby rabbits. The communication and the rabbit ears within inside you, what are you doing? If you want to know something really deep, you go to another place, you're in another world. Somebody's talking to you, you're concentrating, welding or driving. Take a look at what you do. Take a look at how much you concentrate when you're doing something. When you're in the kitchen cooking. When you're thinking about work, how you've all of a sudden time disappeared. Even though it doesn't happen all the time, once you're aware once, you'll always be aware. You'll never forget. eventually you'll be so aware, everybody will think you're nuts. Well, you had to look at it that way. Well, you know what? You don't have to get involved in all these situations, but everybody thinks you're getting involved in every situation because you're learning. You're repeating what you see, and you learn, and you make judgment upon it within your own mind that you do not need to share as long as your judgment within others, okay, is decent, okay, and collaboration. No one needs to know how you think in your mind. That's the trick. You can do anything in your mind, but don't let it out. Don't let the cat out of the bag. Don't let anybody ever know, because it's yours. It's your dream. The immune system, the letter A. Last night, no, I was thinking about time. And we don't want to have halftime. Okay, and halftime, what I'm talking about is when you get, I did a number today, I wasn't sure which number it was. I know it was 20, yes. It was 8:28 at night, or 2028 would make it 48. 20, oh, this is not fair. I'm talking, you're listening, but you're looking. It's a video. You should be looking what I'm doing. I should share just like I saw AJ shares and everybody else shares. Okay, shouldn't be my face, right? Here, 8:26. Okay, this one would be 46. And now this one is Zion, Israel. Don't forget about the R letter. R, okay, Yud, okay, the R letter, don't forget. 1, 2, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2. Rayal, Israel, 9, 1, 9. Memory. This is the left wing, this is the spirit. This can take two, anyways, this is the S and S right over here. This part over here. Forget about that. You see what we did here? But if we took this to the day, this would be 8:26. 8 and 26 is 34. This is number 1. I'm not sure what one. It's the one birth. It's the O. Nay. It's the O nay. Who controls the water? I'm just trying to figure out where to go with this. It's the first time I ever did this. This is 8:26 in the morning. This is 8:26 at night. Here it's Zion, Israel. If I move to this, it becomes 8:28, and this is 36. This is the creation, okay, of 666 and 9, the birth in 3 worlds, the divided worlds. 8:28 in the morning, 20:28 at night. That's your 48. 4 by 8, 4 plus 8. Equals to 32 and 12. That is your back door. That equals to 44. That is equals to space. Space, remember, is 1, 3, 5, and 35. This is your Herbie. There's 1 inside 2, and there's 1 inside 4. See, the reality of this dice over here is, you see this? Forget it. You don't need more than this. Okay? Not more than that. Sorry, that. You know why you don't need more than that? Because this is interference. These two are interfering. They're taking up judgment. So you cross through them. 8:28, 6 and 2 is 8. You know how this works. Nothing passes number 5. You have, excuse me, let me see if I can get this. You see this? You cannot have 2, 3, and 4 in a row because it makes 7. You cannot get the 2 sides. You have 4, 2, and 3. And you have 4, 5, and 3. 5 on one side, 2 on the other side. I didn't do the numbers on this yet. I just saw that right now. So you understand, this is space. This is Zion, Israel. This is 1. This is the O world. E-A, Ine, Nian. This is Nian, Nian something. Could it be Neanderthal? T-H-A-L, 112, the Queen's world. This is the Queen's world. 112 stands for the Queen. This will equal to 78, which is the gateway. 7, 8, the gateway. 1 and 1, and digital clock. You want another time in the day? We're going to do everything has to be multiplied to a minimum of 4. Okay, because that's the highest number. We have 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. 90, 90, 90, 90. We have 1 here. Okay, we have 1 here. We have 1 here. We have 1 here. Okay, what do you think is bigger? That over here would start over here. Over here, I think. This home has 4. This one gets 8. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and then in between. The 6 dice. That's the reason for the 6 dice. 1 down here and 1 up here. And then we have the outside 1 over here, 1 over here, 1 over here, and 1 over here. But as you see, it can't be done. It's either this way or it's this way. Okay, there's no other way. This dice has to stay this way, right here. You see this dice? It has to stay this way. Then we need another one like this, and it's got to stay that way. Then we're going to need another one, okay? And the other one, we have to understand that all we want to know, right, is just add on sigma on each side, just that little bit there, and now you've turned it into the Magen David. And all I did is add on this sigma over here, and the numbers to this. The numbers to this, okay? This is supposed to be 1. This is supposed to be 2. This is supposed to be 4. This is supposed to be 8. And this one over here is supposed to be 7. And then when you're finished it, you come back up over here. And that would be 5. 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. Because of the obligations. Not me, it's the obligations. Neanderthal, 1. EN, Mediterranean. MED, I don't know. MED. ED, ED. Well, I'm not going to get into this right now, but if you want, I mean, we can go further by understanding the reality of the word medication, science. Where do you want to go? What do we want to look for? I can make up anything, but it's not going to have any real great value unless it was something you thought you wanted to see once, or you thought. So we took all these rational times. Now there's tons of times we have to remember. I can go 8 because I can go 4 because I can go 16. I can have 16 hours in the day, okay? And you can't go more than 16 because 8 is the highest number. 8 and 8 is 16. 9 is not a high number. 9, no. Now that we've put in this, we added 2 more corners. I'd have 1 corner here and 1 corner here is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 1 in the center. Let's do that again. 1, 1, 4, 3, 4, 1. 1, 4, 3, 4, 1. 1 for 3, and 3 for 1. Wow, like a game. I bet I can get along with all the kids. Eh? I want to get along with all the kids. And I don't got to leave my house. Game comes from home. So you have 2, 1, 2. I should be writing this down right now. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. We have down versus across. Oh no! You mean down versus across? Down versus across. Holy pack. So what if this and this went down and this cross went up? No matter what you do, these are spinning all the time, right? But the reality is, anyways, let's go here, down, okay? We have 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 2. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my God. What do you want to do with this? What do you want to do? 5, 3, 5? 2112, 2112. 2 times 1. Well, first of all, this is blackjack right here. 212 and 212 on each side. Add this to 3 is 215. Add this to 3 is 215. So if this is 215, and it can be anything. Oh, I marked 216. Well, it is actually 216 because it's 3 plus 1. But let's not count it that way. 215, okay, is actually 1415 and 215 if it was 60 minutes on the clock. 2:15 in the afternoon is actually 135 minutes and says ace. 2 times 60 is 120 plus 15 is 135, says ace. 1415 in the afternoon, in all reality, right? 8 times 6 is 480 minutes. 8 hours times 60, okay, equals to this. Why do I do 8? Because there's no higher than 8. Let's stay with 8. In all actuality, it's 4 and 4. That's why we multiply, like I mentioned before, times the 4. And I'm going to show you what I mean. It's 2, gets to be 4, gets to be 8, gets to be 16. You can't multiply any more than that. We didn't multiply anything after 16, because after 16, what comes out the other side is the light. Let's leave it at that. That's just to show you. If I do it 3 times, I'd be here. 2 times, I'd be here. 1 time, I don't need to talk about. I'm already that. That's why I add on 1, okay? That's why sometimes I add on 1, because I'm already 2. Oh, where are we? We're in the 2 category. And where are we going first? You're in the 2 category. You've went to the 2 category. Are you doing any more? The clock is starting. We've just reached 2 o'clock. That means it's been done. Once you hit 2, it's done. Everything before is 120, 60, and 60. But we don't even want to count 60. We only want to count 59. 4 times 59 minutes is 3 hours. 4 times 59, okay, is 236 minutes. Okay? And it's 3 hours and 56 minutes. And I'm going to get to that next. Okay? But what we're going to do right now is, now we went to 415, so we got 480. Okay? 8 times 60 is 480. 8 hours. And then we have 6 hours. And because they're both even numbers, there's a different reality. If I would have had to put 5 hours here, well, I'll do this after again. Okay, let me finish with this. 480. Now it's 6 hours times 6 is 360. And then we have the 15 minutes. So this gives me 840 plus 15. 0068. What I'm going to do right now, okay. Wow, I'm still on the first page. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do it over here. Okay, 360, 480, and 0. Since this is 0, it's just saying one side of position 1, area, Y. 1 birth. I'm just 1. It doesn't matter if I'm another one somewhere else. The who I am is me, just 1. That's all I know. If I told you I wasn't 1 and I was more than 1, then I would be nuts. But I'm only 1 of who I am. They're taking care of number 9. New World Order. So now we're going to come back to this again. Okay, I'm not going to talk about. That's why I'm supposed to go 6 and 3 on this side and 8 and 4 on this side. But I'm not going to go there right now. I'm going to just do 840 plus 6 and 6. Right? The 66 books of Moses or something? Because there's 2 worlds that end up with the 1 position over here. Don't forget, this 1 position is not a 1 position at all. In reality, if we were talking money, we'd have 2 more cents over here for change. If I took this and put it over here, I'd have 8.4, but I don't have 8.4. I got 840. So this over here goes over here. And this becomes the change. So you have 1, 2, 3, 999, 666 versus 84. 8 by 4 is 32. 8 plus 4 is 12, equals to the back door, alpha, beta, Uncle Abe. And at the same time, it gives you L, A, B. Doesn't tell you anymore? E and O. 20. Ella. Bull. Anyways, I didn't want to get into there. Forget about that. So anyways, now that we finished this, I have 840. I have 840 minutes plus 15 gives me 855, bringing me right in the middle. 8 times 55 is 440. 55 and 8 is 63 creation. That is the time I gave you over here, and that time is 2:15. Now, in the reality of this time, like I said before, we can never count anything other than 59 minutes in an hour. So we count 59 minutes and 59 minutes because it's 2 hours, okay, is 118 minutes. Plus the 2 minutes, okay, plus the 15 minutes. 118, 133, 135, boom, ace. But it explains it this way. 1 to 18 in the B world. This is the way it's explained as 59, 0, E-I-O. E-I equals N, equals S-T, equals E-I-N, theory of relativity. We did this over here. Now, we didn't do a cross, okay? I did this way, but I didn't do a cross. 212 is 10 times 10 and 10 times 10. 100, 100. 300, 300. Why 10 times 10? 10 times 10 is 100. 100 Celsius equals 212 Fahrenheit. 100 Celsius, so we got 200. Okay, over here, 100 and 100 to equal this. 200, 424, 427. Now, what is 427? I do not know. I'd have to sit by it and understand it, but I'm not going to do that right now. I want to see if we can take this to another step where we get 1, 4, 3, 4, 1. 4, 3, 4. This creates DC, CD. 4, 6, 4. Zion, Israel. Again, back to Zion, Israel. Double the 3 becomes 6. 1, 3, 4 is ACDC, Washington. Okay? You count these up now. If we count them up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 across. 5, 7, 7, 5. It also says E and G together, SPERM, the egg and the sperm. Okay? I'm not sure where to go. It's 28 minutes and I just walked in and I wasn't preparing for this video. I seem to tell you the same thing every single day and I'm talk really quick because I know you have other things to do and I can sit on here all day, but how can you listen on my bullshit all day, right? Ask me a question. If there's something you want me to throw at you or throw back at you, just ask me and I'm going to not do my best and try. I will just do according to the allotted time that I have. And I sort of have a little bit of time somewhere between doing this and that, but you know what, if I stop and do nothing, I may as well be resting in bed, right? But while I'm up, as long as I got my head on my shoulders, or for most part of where I think it is right now, the mind is in tote. Trying to clean up my desk and put away my pens, my pencils after I put on a little bit of time here. I'm not sure in which area we should go. There was one thing I wanted to do before I ended this was 11 o'clock or 2,300 hours. If I cut 11 and a half, I get 5 and a half and 5 and a half. Okay? If I take 11 and I cut it in half, I would have to have 55 and 55 and try to figure out how to put it together. So when you have 10 o'clock, you have 5 hours and 5 hours. So it's easy. It's an even number. 11 o'clock is 5 and a half hours. 11 o'clock is, is that what it is? 11:15. Hold on a second. I have to think about that. 11 o'clock gives you 5.5 hours. Right, that's what it is. It doesn't matter, I could use any time, right? But I need to use 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, all the odd numbers, okay, where I have to have a half. So automatically, by telling me 11 o'clock, and if I cut it in half, because if I can double it, I can cut it in half. I have to be able to see if I can cut it in half and double it. If I can cut it in 3 and triple it. If I can cut it in 4 and quadruple it. And after that, I got the other side. So 11 o'clock would be 5 o'clock and 30 minutes. 11:15, okay, it'd be, excuse me, 11:01, can I do that? No, 11:15 will be 5 hours, 45 minutes. 5, 4, 5. The sun, the connection to everything, 11:15. But I was working mostly with number 26 today. And one of the reasons I work with 26 is because it's like weird. At 10:26, I have a friend of mine, she always seems to like be near her, like on the way out to bed. And I have another friend of mine, and his thing was 11:26. And I seem to just like all the numbers, so I don't like dragging these videos on, but I do anyways, and I'm talking to myself sometimes, so 11:26. How would I do that? I need 28. I need 28. I need 28. I need the total. 2028 is 48. That's the maximum I can get, isn't it? Okay, I know I'm mixing you up. What I'm trying to say is in order to double a number, the only actual number that you can use is 5. 5 is the only number. 4 times 5 is 20. But you can actually just do 4 because that's in the middle. 4 by 4 is 16. You get 16 hours out of the day with 4. The next two numbers you do, right, you get 8. That would be number 6. That would put you to bed for 8 hours. That's what I should be telling you, asking me. You follow what I'm saying? When you multiply, you can't pass whatever the number is. In this one, you can't pass the 24 hours of the day. You can't go to number 5 because number 5 is the heart of number 4. So you'd be interfering with number 4. So the most you can go is the 4. And the 4 is like 0 because each one is evenly apart, like 360 degrees around with 4 used. 90, 90, 99. That's the way I do it. But you're not really allowed to use 90. But that is the number I'm going to use because that's the reality. So wait a second. So when we use number 4, then if we use number 6, we can only use 2 of number 6s for the day. If this is 360 degrees, then I'm only using 2 parts of what 4 is, taking it for 8 hours. Are you following me? 4 times 4 is 16 hours in a day, right? Now we go to the 6 dice. Forget about the numbers in between. They're interfering. I just want to talk with the 4. Don't bother about these. But these two give you night. Night between day. 4 hours on this one, 4 hours on this one give you 8 hours at night. Your 6, they come together. You get your 8 hours sleep, 16 and 8. 4 times 4, 4. 4 equals the letter D. So now I'm not going to go down that trail, but 4 times 4 and 4 plus 4. 4 times 4 is P, 16. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 and 16 is 24. P and H. Holy cow. Well, that worked out. Oh, let me see what time it is. Video must be going 34 minutes already. Time to bring it to an end. Too much TV. I'll try to keep away all the hula that I put on. Sorry about that, dragging it on. There's just so much, and I see it now, and there's so many different kinds of equations we can create for their own reality. Not for my reality. Just because the kid says, how hard is it? I fish upon my wish if you have a 4. Well, I know you got one of the cards in the deck. How hard is that to figure out? Well, same here. There's 24 hours in the day. What can I do with the clock? Raphael 7286. Constellation of Pegasus. This is such a good year. Such a good year. My reality. Moment. For the moment. This is a great year for the moment. Yes, thank you.